Hi, my name is Hannah.
And my name is Faye, and we are lesbian and queer
Content creators on social media.
I spent the first week of August attending Stockholm Pride, and while there I took the opportunity to meet up with some local queers, and in this video we're going to get to know the lovely wedded couple Hannah and Faye.
My name is Hannah and I live in Stockholm and I am 39 years old.
And my name is Faye, I live in Stockholm too, and I'm 32 years old.
I identify as queer.
And I identify as lesbian.
First I identified as bisexual, but I decided that I only want to date women and not men. But I don't know if I'm not attracted to men. So I think that queer is a bit wider word for me that is okay for me to use. I used to date men before, and I was married to a man as well. He was abusive. We started watching L Word together.
Yeah, that's funny. Tell them.
And he noticed quite quickly that I was very into it. So he said to me that I wasn't allowed to watch L Word anymore. But I did it in secret. And yeah, I decided to leave him with the help of other people because I was pretty torn. And also like the whole process, you know, when you break someone down little by little.
Yeah.
So it was very hard for me to leave the relationship. But I got help from people who were on me every day, like you have to do this, you have to do this. So I left and then I moved to Stockholm and then I came out.
It was the same summer, or after the summer we met, yeah.
We met in November the same year. But we decided that we were going to take it slow because of me leaving the relationship. So we decided to date for about 11 months before we became a couple. So it wasn't a cliche lesbian thing that some people say.
Yeah.
It wasn't a U-Haul.
No, we took it pretty slow.
And this video is going to be about their social media presence and about what they talk about over there.
We have social media, so we have Instagram and TikTok. And our name on social media is Hannah and Faye. It's a fun thing to do together.
Exactly, that's why we started to have to do some activity together. That was the purpose of it, and to inspire people too. A lot of people out there who maybe can associate with me or you. Or
yeah. We are people who like to be at home a lot. We could see that we are being at home too much, watching Netflix and not getting out so much.
So much, exactly.
Yeah. So we decided to start with social media together so that we can push ourselves to come out and meet people more and
be more social.
Yeah. And do fun videos together and also talk about being LGBTQIA+. That's why we started social media, and it works. We are more social now and we get out more.
So it's more like a hobby, but also to inspire people at the same time.
Yeah, and be a bit creative as well.
And what I like so much about their content is their perfect balance between humor and heavy stuff.
We love humor, so we try to keep it pretty light-hearted and with humor. But sometimes we talk about different subjects that are more deep and difficult. Like not having contact with our families for different reasons. So we talk a lot about different subjects, from dating to
relationships. To how we came out, how we met, our parents, IVF,
So we're going to dig deeper into two of these subjects in today's video. Later, they'll talk about how they're starting their own family with IVF and how they found their donor. But first, we're going to dig into why they don't have contact with their families.
I don't have contact with my family because of my sexuality. Where I come from, they don't accept. You don't mention that you're gay. You can never say that you're gay because it's not acceptable. That's why I don't have contact with my family.
So when we met, she hadn't come out yet. You surprised me one day with coming out.
Yeah, I just did it. I have not planned to come out because I didn't know it was possible for me to do it. My whole life I knew I was gay and I lived in the closet. I have double life. Outside of my family, I had my life with friends and going out and having fun, and home I was just the way I was supposed to be. So it was kind of hard, and then I met Hannah and it just felt right.
Yeah, I didn't want to push her.
Yeah.
I was like, you can do it when you feel that it's okay for you.
Yeah, that's what made it easy for me, I think, that you didn't push it and say.
Yeah, I didn't have as a demand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So it was easier for me to just do it like spontaneous, and it came from the heart.
Yeah.
And
Isn't
when
that
I
important?
came out to my family, it was not like they were surprised. I mean, my mom was like, "Oh, okay, but if you act on it, then we cannot have contact, so that you know." And I was like, "Okay." And for me, it was like, it was easy because I was processing this my whole life, I think. So I was at that point that I was like, now I'm ready. And you came the right time, I think.
Yeah.
It's hard when you don't have like contact with your family. Like sometimes I can have, and Hannah helps me to encourage me. It's okay, we are family, it's gonna be okay.
Hannah was a bit concerned when Faye first came out.
So she called me when I was in the bath and she was like, "Oh, I came out to my mom." And I was like,
You were
"What?"
so surprised, yeah.
Yeah.
And a little bit worried. You were like, "Oh my God.
Oh yeah, yeah.
How
I
are
was
they
a
gonna
little bit
take
worried.
it? Or you need to maybe come directly home."
I wasn't that worried that Faye's family would be into like honor violence or something like that. But I know
But
that
the
some
community,
families, some families are leaning towards that. And we have friends who have been through honor violence.
Yeah.
So I was a little bit worried,
Yeah.
just cautious, but I didn't think that they would do anything.
The issue is not from my family. I think it's from the community I'm from. Like people, they get like easily hurt or think they're like, it's about them. They seem to forget that it's my life and this is how I'm supposed to live. Like this is for me, this is what feels right for me, not for them. So I'm not like supposed to live the way they are, their expectation of me. We don't talk about in our like social media, we don't talk about where I'm from or my nationality and the religion that I have because of those like kind of problems.
So at first we were like, okay, we can talk about where Faye's from and her religion.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to reach people from the same country or...
And inspire them, like maybe they can feel like they're not alone, the way I felt that when I was younger.
Yeah, but we quickly noticed that it wasn't the right way to go. Our videos were pushed out a lot to Faye's community.
Exactly.
There's a lot of people
but it
that
was not
weren't...
positive, so it was like, you know, not good energy.
Some people were positive, of course,
Yeah.
and some have been taking contact with us and being our friends now.
Yeah.
But yeah, we decided that we're not going to talk about nationality anymore. It's more calm now, and we want to focus on all people from around the world.
Yeah.
We don't want to focus on one
Just
group
one
or...
specific group.
Hannah has chosen to go no contact with her family for a very different reason.
My mom, she has a lot of issues. She grew up in an orphanage and in a foster care. So she has a lot of trauma, but it has also affected me and my siblings a lot. When I started my adulthood, she gave me debts and stole money from me and ordered things in my name. Then other things were happening. She told her ex-husband that she wasn't the mother of me and my brother, and we are oldest of 5 siblings. I don't know if she was ashamed that she had so many kids, and that's when I was like, oh my God, this is just too much. So I decided that I didn't want to have any contact with her. My father, I didn't grow up with my father, and he was around 34, and my mom was around 16 when they had me. Or first she was 16 and she got pregnant and had a miscarriage, and then she was 17 and she had me. And she was kind of like a nanny in the household. That's how they met. I don't think it's okay to be, you know, an adult man who is more than 30 years old and get together with a teenager that also has very, you can say, broken childhood. If I criticize my mom for what she has done, then I feel that I need to criticize him as well and not just blame her. It's very easy to blame the mother, and a lot of people let the father, they give him a free pass. And there's a lot of things that have happened that led to this decision to go no contact. And with my siblings, I used to have contact with them, but my stepfather, their father, he tried to abuse me when I was 17, and he was awful, very controlling, and he called me a whore and tried to abuse me. But then I told my siblings that I don't want you to talk about him with me. That's my only demand. It's like you can meet him if you want to, even though they always told me that he was pretty mean and towards them. But they, at least one of them continued, so I said that that's not okay. It's my only demand. So now I have no contact with my siblings as well.
Yeah.
And that's more hard than with my mom. That's a big grief for me.
And they think it's really important to discuss this openly on social media.
We know a lot of people out there have no contact with families. We
Of
think
different
that's-
reasons.
Yeah, exactly. So we think that it's important to talk about because we see a lot of gay couples who have really nice parents and their home life seems to be very stable, and when they
Yeah.
have kids they have both parents and grandparents, a lot of people that can help
Yeah.
and be supportive and love their kids. And we don't have that, so
No, but we will get there.
Yeah.
We will make our own family, and there are families not only just blood. It can be like you can find family everywhere.
And talking about families, Hannah and Faye are about to start their own family, and this is how they found their donor.
We put a video on TikTok when we started, our TikTok account when we started. It was just a fun video. We just wanted to see if there was possibility to find a donor from my country. We put it just for fun, and we didn't know it was going to happen. We were actually going to find a donor, and we did. So we found this guy, and he
wrote to us.
just we met him for a coffee, and then
And
it just
dinner.
felt right. And dinner, and it felt right, and that's how we found our donor.
He happens to be the exact same height as Faye,
Yeah.
exact same on the centimeter.
Yeah, and the same skin tone, color.
Yeah, like their hands, you couldn't see the difference. We took a photo and put on Instagram, you couldn't see the difference. So that was just a coincidence. He said he wishes he has a face jawline. But, and also personality-wise, he has some of face traits and some of mind traits as well. So that was just a big plus.
Sure.
We had no idea who would contact us. Or
So we were lucky enough to find our donor.
Yeah.
Just the way we found it, so funny.
And they have gotten close, and they've also actively invited this person into their family.
But we told him that in the future, if he want to be a part of the family, or maybe meet the child, it's okay, he can meet us. So we have an open
Invitation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So if he wants, it's okay.
Yeah, so we said that if he wants to be a co-parent, that's
Yeah.
okay. If he just wants to have some contact,
That's okay too.
and if he doesn't want to have any contact, that's okay as well.
Yeah.
But for us, it feels good to know that we have a lot of information about him and have met him, and we have a photo if he thinks it's okay to share.
But since they've found their own donor, the process is a lot longer than if they would have just chosen one that was already in the system.
Your donor has to go and have a blood work, meet the behavioral therapist. He had to have 2 talks. And we have friends who, they don't want to have this kind of talks. They think it's degrading to queer people. So some of them, they go to Denmark because they don't want to take part of it. And then there's a sperm quarantine. It's 6 months long. You have to wait 6 months, and then he has to do blood works again. Then you will know if everything is okay. Your donor needs to be patient and involved because there's a lot of steps.
Communication is very important.
He's very involved.
Yeah, we're lucky.
And we are thinking that I should carry the first child because I'm oldest. And then Faye wants to carry the second child, if everything works out.
To sum up, Hannah and Faye describes why it's important to them to share this on social media.
Being on TikTok and Instagram, for us it feels very valuable.
Yeah.
We talk to people from around the world. Now we try to focus a bit more on Sweden to reach out more in Sweden as well. And we know there's a lot of people who are in the closet, especially from other countries.
So we want to inspire them. We want to show them that there is a possibility they can come out in the future if they're ready, when they're ready. And you don't have to come out all the time either. I mean, you don't have to come out so quickly. Yeah, you can come out. It's okay to come out when you're ready.
Yeah.
Whenever, it doesn't matter which age.
And some people will never come out.
Yeah.
We know some people from the same country as you that say that they will never ever come out.
And that was me too. I said I will never ever come out. And I'm married to a woman now, so
you are.
it's possible.
Yeah.
I think everything is when you're ready. It feels right when you're ready, and it will happen. So that's why we made this our Instagram and TikTok to show everybody is okay the way they are, and everybody can be accepted the way they are, and you can still be loved.
If you enjoyed watching that video, please like, comment, subscribe and share the video. I really appreciate you showing your love in that way. If you also want to support the channel financially, that's possible via Patreon, but really no pressure. See you next time!